We start with human beings and the many systems that are known to create some level of awareness. We've simplified the chakra system to use only 3 of them, which are playing automatically in transition here. Okay, stop. Head, heart, and gut is the point. And we go on from there to the normal direction of Enneagram study. Using head, heart, and gut, we go to the external world and how all of the types are different, grouped according to head, heart, and gut. So we have head types, we have heart types, and we have gut types. And what we do then in our study is through several different categories, we take each type, run through those categories, and then start comparing types through the same categories, or a selection of those categories. Anyway, you see what's happening, and by the time you get not even halfway through, you're getting pretty confused, because what you're trying to do is hold the categories in your head while you compare the differences from type to type. This is the knowledge you want. You want to be able to fill in this grid, but you can see where it gets pretty exhausting trying to go through different categories and different types at the same time. What happens at the end of the study is we get back to the full model, but what we have to do after we put the 9 types around it is give it its 3rd dimension, where we then recognize that each of the types here will receive a gut kind of energy. We've already talked about the categories there. Each of the types will receive a heart description, and each of the types will receive a head description. Moving on from there, when we have those descriptions, we can go to a re-examination of what we all hold in common. The 6 categories from over here are then charted in a dynamic that really gives us the full depth of what head, heart, and gut mean on the inside. So we've gone full circle. Head, heart, and gut, external, through the grid to put all that together, where each type has all 3. Each type has this in common, head, heart, and gut, and back to center. What if we went the other way first? That's the concept here. So we have our head, heart, and gut, and common to all of us are a bunch of internal dynamics named in these different ways in the Enneagram study. Each of our bubbles has a different name. And from that, we approach the grid in a different way. Since we all have each of these bubbles in common, we can look at them all together and explore commonality across that theme, in this case, self-preservation. We keep going, and we take another tour through all 9 types to that point. And so on through all of these different, we're going to call them categories for a working model right now. I'm getting tired. I just had to figure out how to do this recording again. So we've gone through all of these together. We don't have to explain the 3-dimensional part of the model because we've just built it. What we can do now, though, is go through the 9 types, having built the categories and understand them, and look at all of them together for a type 1 and put them back on the model. You'll see why this makes sense in a second. So we're going through, and the 3 then has its categories mapped in parallel to the others. You can see this in the grid model here, but it's kind of fun to put it on the drum so you get the idea that that's present all the time, no matter what part of the Enneagram you're looking at. Let's get to that in a second. Obviously, I have to script this so that it can go smoothly, but you get the order of it by what I'm doing here. So once that's built, what we'll do is go back out to look at how the head, heart, and gut themes help define the differences amongst us in sort of a higher altitude picture, and we close the cycle that way. So what we're doing is going through commonality stay in commonality before we start to then do comparisons across the types and complete the circle that way.